Imagine planning your dream vacation, only to find out that your destination has suddenly closed its doors to you. In 2025, several countries have imposed travel bans specifically affecting Filipino travelers. But why is this happening? What led to these sudden restrictions? And most importantly, how does this impact you? Before we delve into these pressing questions, let's start with a quick quiz to warm up. Which country is known as the Land of the Rising Sun? Drop your answers in the comments below. It's an easy one, so no excuses. And here's another question to ponder. Which country recently imposed a travel ban on Filipinos due to concerns over labor violations? Stick around, as we'll uncover the answer in our countdown. Country 10, Bhutan. Bhutan, the mystical Himalayan kingdom renowned for its gross national happiness index, has recently implemented stricter entry requirements for Filipino travelers. While Bhutan has always maintained a cautious approach to tourism to preserve its unique culture and environment, the new measures specifically affect Filipino nationals. The Bhutanese government cites concerns over unauthorized employment and visa overstays as primary reasons for these changes. This development has surprised many, given the historically friendly relations between the two nations. For Filipino travelers, it's essential to be aware of Bhutan's visa policies. All visitors, except nationals of India, Bangladesh, and the Maldives, require a visa to enter Bhutan. The visa application process involves obtaining an e-visa through the Bhutanese Department of Immigration's official website. Additionally, tourists must pay a Sustainable Development Fee, SDF, of $200 per person per night, aimed at promoting sustainable tourism practices. It's crucial to ensure all documentation is in order and to respect Bhutan's cultural norms and regulations to avoid any complications during your visit. As Bhutan continues to prioritize the preservation of its cultural heritage and natural environment, travelers are encouraged to plan their trips meticulously and adhere to all entry requirements. Staying informed and respectful of local customs will ensure a memorable and hassle-free experience in the land of the Thunder Dragon. Country 9, Algeria. Algeria, the largest country in Africa, renowned for its rich history and diverse landscapes, has recently implemented stricter visa requirements for Filipino travelers. While Algeria has always required visas for most nationalities, including Filipinos, recent developments have led to heightened scrutiny of visa applications. This change is primarily due to concerns over unauthorized employment and visa overstays by some travelers. The Algerian government now mandates that all visa applicants, including tourists and business travelers, provide comprehensive documentation, such as proof of accommodation, return tickets, and sufficient financial means for their stay. Additionally, travelers must obtain their visas in advance, as visas on arrival are not available for Filipino citizens. For Filipino travelers, it's crucial to be aware of these stringent requirements to avoid complications. The visa application process involves submitting necessary documents to the Algerian embassy or consulate, and processing times can vary. It's advisable to apply well in advance of the intended travel date. Moreover, travelers should ensure that their passports are valid for at least 6 months beyond the planned departure date from Algeria. While these measures may seem daunting, they are implemented to ensure the safety and security of both visitors and residents. By adhering to the visa requirements and respecting local laws and customs, Filipino travelers can still experience the unique culture and beauty that Algeria has to offer. Country 8, Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan, often dubbed the North Korea of Central Asia, is renowned for its marble-clad capital, Ashgabat, and its vast, enigmatic deserts. In 2025, the country has further tightened its already stringent visa policies, making it increasingly challenging for Filipino travelers to gain entry. The Turkmen government cites concerns over illegal employment and national security as primary reasons for these restrictions. Historically, Turkmenistan has maintained a cautious approach to foreign visitors, requiring a letter of invitation approved by the State Migration Service for visa applications. While there have been recent moves to introduce electronic visas to simplify the process, the implementation remains selective and opaque, leaving many applicants in a state of uncertainty. For Filipinos dreaming of exploring Turkmenistan's unique landscapes and architecture, the journey now involves navigating a complex and often unpredictable visa application process. Even with the proposed e-visa system, applicants must be prepared for potential delays and a lack of transparency. It's advisable to consult with authorized travel agencies familiar with Turkmenistan's visa procedures to enhance the chances of approval. As always, ensure all documentation is meticulously prepared and submitted well in advance of your intended travel dates. While the allure of Turkmenistan's mysteries remains, the path to uncovering them has become more arduous for Filipino travelers. Country 7. North Korea. North Korea, the enigmatic hermit kingdom, has long been one of the most secluded nations globally. In 2025, the country has further tightened its borders, explicitly banning Filipino travelers. This decision stems from heightened diplomatic tensions and concerns over unauthorized religious activities by foreign visitors. The North Korean government remains wary of external influences, and this ban reflects its continued isolationist policies. Filipinos are strongly advised against attempting to enter the country under any pretext. For those considering a visit, it's crucial to understand the stringent regulations in place. All travel to North Korea must be arranged through state-approved tour operators, with itineraries strictly controlled and monitored. Independent travel is not permitted, and visitors are accompanied by government-assigned guides at all times. The risks associated with traveling to North Korea are significant, including the potential for arbitrary detention and severe penalties for actions that may be considered innocuous elsewhere. Given these factors, it's imperative for travelers to exercise extreme caution and stay informed about the latest travel advisories issued by their respective governments. Country 6. Nigeria. Nigeria, often dubbed the Giant of Africa due to its vast population and economic prowess, has recently intensified its immigration policies concerning Filipino travelers. In 2025, the Nigerian government identified a surge in cases where Filipino nationals entered the country on tourist visas, but engaged in unauthorized employment. This practice not only violates immigration laws, but also raises concerns about human trafficking and exploitation. In response, Nigeria has mandated that all foreign workers, including Filipinos, must secure a subject-to-regularization STR visa prior to entering the country for employment purposes. The STR visa process requires thorough documentation and is designed to ensure that foreign workers are legally employed and protected under Nigerian labor laws. The Department of Migrant Workers, DMW, in the Philippines, has issued stern warnings against third-country recruitment schemes, where OFWs are lured by promises of high-paying jobs in Nigeria, often facilitated through social media platforms. These schemes typically involve entering Nigeria via another country, bypassing official channels, and result in workers being undocumented and vulnerable to exploitation. To combat this, the DMW emphasizes the importance of processing overseas employment documents through accredited recruitment agencies, ensuring that workers are covered by labor protections and can access assistance in emergencies. Filipinos are strongly advised to exercise caution, verify job offers, and report any suspicious recruitment activities to the appropriate authorities. Country 5. Afghanistan. Afghanistan, once a crossroads of ancient civilizations, has become one of the most perilous destinations for travelers in 2025. The Philippine government has elevated its crisis alert level, advising all citizens to avoid travel to Afghanistan due to ongoing conflicts, terrorism, and threats to personal safety. This advisory is part of broader efforts to protect Filipino nationals from potential harm in high-risk areas. The security situation remains volatile, with frequent reports of violence and limited access to essential services. The U.S. Department of State also maintains a Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory for Afghanistan, citing similar concerns. For Filipinos currently in Afghanistan, the situation is dire. The Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, has urged all nationals to evacuate immediately, offering assistance through the Philippine Embassy in Islamabad, Pakistan. However, the lack of a functioning embassy within Afghanistan complicates repatriation efforts. Filipino workers, particularly those in the construction and security sectors, face heightened risks due to their visibility and the nature of their employment. The DFA continues to monitor the situation closely, coordinating with international partners to ensure the safety of its citizens. Travelers are strongly advised to heed government warnings and avoid any attempts to enter Afghanistan under current conditions. Country 4. Syria. Syria, once a cradle of civilization, remains a perilous destination in 2025. The Philippine government has upheld a stringent travel ban for its citizens, including tourists and overseas workers, due to the nation's volatile security landscape. Ongoing armed conflicts, terrorism, and the threat of arbitrary detention make Syria exceedingly dangerous. The U.S. Department of State classifies Syria as a Level 4 Do Not Travel zone, citing risks such as terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and unjust detention. The fall of the Assad regime in December 2024 has led to further instability, with various factions vying for control, exacerbating the already dire humanitarian situation. For Filipinos currently in Syria, the Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, strongly advises immediate repatriation. However, the absence of a functioning Philippine embassy within Syria complicates evacuation efforts. The DFA coordinates with neighboring countries to facilitate the safe return of its nationals. Filipino workers, particularly those in domestic and construction sectors, face heightened risks due to their visibility and the nature of their employment. The DFA continues to monitor the situation closely, urging all Filipinos to avoid travel to Syria and to seek assistance if already present in the country. Country 3. Yemen. Yemen, once celebrated for its rich history and architectural marvels, has become one of the most perilous destinations in 2025. The Philippine government has enforced a strict travel ban for its citizens, including tourists and workers, due to the ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis. The volatile situation poses significant risks, including violence, kidnapping, and limited access to essential services. Filipinos are strongly advised to avoid all travel to Yemen until conditions improve. For Filipinos currently in Yemen, the Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, urges immediate evacuation. The DFA coordinates with neighboring countries to facilitate the safe return of its nationals. Filipino workers, particularly those in the health sector and various business establishments, face heightened risks due to their visibility and the nature of their employment. The DFA continues to monitor the situation closely, urging all Filipinos to avoid travel to Yemen and to seek assistance if already present in the country. In summary, Yemen's current state renders it an extremely hazardous destination for Filipino travelers. The Philippine government's travel ban aims to protect its citizens from the myriad dangers present in the region. Filipinos are strongly encouraged to heed these warnings and avoid any travel to Yemen until the situation stabilizes. Country 2. Libya. Libya, once a beacon of North African prosperity, has become a cautionary tale for travelers, especially Filipinos. In 2025, the Philippine government has maintained a strict travel ban to Libya, citing ongoing armed conflicts, terrorism, and the high risk of kidnapping. The U.S. Department of State also advises against travel to Libya, highlighting threats such as unexploded landmines, civil unrest, and the potential for arbitrary detention. These advisories underscore the grave dangers present in the region, making it imperative for Filipino nationals to avoid travel to Libya under any circumstances. For Filipinos currently residing in Libya, the situation is fraught with challenges. The Philippine Embassy in Tripoli continues to issue public advisories, urging its citizens to seek immediate assistance for repatriation. However, the volatile security environment complicates evacuation efforts, and the lack of a fully operational embassy within Libya further hampers support. Filipino workers, particularly those in the healthcare and construction sectors, are at heightened risk due to their visibility and the nature of their employment. The Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, emphasizes the importance of adhering to travel advisories and encourages Filipinos to remain vigilant, avoid high-risk areas, and coordinate closely with the embassy for any assistance. Country 1. Iraq. Iraq, a land of ancient civilizations and rich history, has unfortunately become one of the most hazardous destinations for Filipino travelers in 2025. The Philippine government has maintained a comprehensive travel ban to Iraq, citing ongoing security threats, including terrorism and armed conflict. This decision is rooted in the government's commitment to safeguarding its citizens from the volatile conditions prevailing in the region. The Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, has consistently issued the highest level of alert, advising against all travel to Iraq. Filipinos currently residing in Iraq are strongly encouraged to coordinate with the nearest embassy for evacuation and repatriation efforts. The Philippine Embassy in Baghdad, under the leadership of Ambassador Charlie P. Manangan, remains operational, providing essential services to Filipinos in Iraq. Despite the challenging circumstances, the embassy continues to facilitate repatriation efforts and offers assistance to those in need. It's worth noting that while the Kurdistan region in northern Iraq has been relatively more stable, the overall security situation in the country remains unpredictable. Filipinos are advised to remain vigilant, avoid high-risk areas, and stay informed through official government advisories. As we've seen, even in today's globalized world, borders can close in an instant, and for reasons ranging from politics to security and everything in between. For Filipinos planning to explore or work abroad, staying informed is no longer optional. It's essential. So if you found this video helpful or eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment below. Tell us which country surprised you the most. This is Discovering the Earth, and we're here to help you navigate a changing world, one story at a time. Stay safe, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.